I am Ambassador Ron Kirk. I was the U.S. Trade Representative under President Barack Obama, the former mayor of Dallas, Texas, and I co-chaired the Clean and Safe Energy Coalition, moving around the country, engaging civic and business leaders about the important role that nuclear energy plays in our electric supply system. My kids don't even think about where their electricity comes from. They just come in, start plugging up iPads, iPhones. You know, but that's a luxury. That's a nice blessing. But the reality is the reason we can do that is that we haven't put all of our eggs in one basket. Nobody just relies on coal or wind or solar. You want to have a mix. When you go through the kind of winter that you did last year and the sun's not shining and the wind's not blowing, you don't want to be all dependent on renewable energies because those are intermittent sources. You want them in the mix. And when it gets as cold as it was for you all last year, you even have difficulty moving gas through the pipelines. And so all of a sudden, people don't realize the one thing that kind of helps you get through that nuclear energy is the only what we call base load form of electricity that operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because it can't be disrupted by external climactic factors. Our whole thing is we need everything. And increasingly, more and more people who care about energy and climate change are seeing nuclear in the same basket as wind and solar because they're non-carbon emitting. But one of the challenges is wind and solar is they are heavily subsidized and they're expensive. You know, a 25% bump in the cost of electricity can be the difference between, you know, gas in the car, food on the table, buying school uniforms. The more we have a diverse energy supply system, the more we keep that price of energy down. And that I think that helps and resonates with working class families as much as anything. So roughly each nuclear reactor will employ between 400 to 700 people. These are great jobs. They pay almost a third above the national average. Not everybody in a nuclear plant's a nuclear industry. Probably 80% of the jobs are just good technical machinist jobs in security. Each reactor puts about $470 million back into the community in which it sits. These are good economic engines. My daughters, who I use as my barometer for most things I do, when I told them their dad was going to become chair of a nuclear energy advocacy committee, said, wow, that's cool. Did you know nuclear energy produces 60% of our non-carbon emitting electricity? Now you have to understand I was stunned because I have a dancer and an art history major, but they care about the environment. And in a state like Illinois, as opposed to the national average, 90% of your non-carbon emitting electricity comes from nuclear power. And in order to keep the Illinois economy growing and competitive, Illinois should take advantage of the fact that it's got a very diverse energy portfolio, and that includes making sure you find a way to keep those nuclear power plants contributing to your electricity so it's safe, it's clean, it's reliable, and it's secure.